This week, we build the table for the Rouge tubing builder. Enjoy. Hope you have a great day. Alright guys, this Monday we built a quick cart for the pipe bender. Alright guys, as you know, Krista picked me up a pipe bender for my birthday. Really cool piece of equipment. I'm excited about it, but I didn't have a cart for it, and I'm a little too cheap to pay the $600 that Rouge Fab wants for a cart for it. So went and picked up some angle iron from the local hardware store, and I picked this up, or 4 of these up, at an auction a while back for $10, which you can't buy the casters for $10. Like a lot of the things I buy at the auction, I had no clue of what the hell I was going to do with it when I bought it. So it's just been sitting in the corner. But when I picked up the angle iron, use it to make the base for the cart. And I also picked up a nice chunk of desktop that was leaning on the dumpster near my office. So all in, we'll be into this cart for less than $100. So let's see. Let's see if we can't get it done. I'll probably go on mute, throw some music on, because there's lawnmowers going in the background, and if I close the door, it'll get too damn hot in here. So I'll try to slow down. I'll try not to do too much time lapse today, but we're gonna get the welder hooked up, tack this thing together. First, we got to do some cleanup on it, then we'll get going. For this a little earlier, so these are 17 and a half, these are 32 and a half, and once they're welded into the uprights, that'll give me a cart base that's 33 by 20, and our top piece is going to go on it, or excuse me, it'll be 33 by 22, and our piece is going on the top is much longer than 33, but we're going to cut it off on that end, and that particular end, I'm going to have the piece of angle iron going upright. Come on, man. Just trying to do something. Now I got the weed eaters going and the blowers going. Spring is here. And all four casters are on the ground. Ta-da! So, I'm gonna throw this back up here, finish welding it up. But overall, I think it'll do all right. Here's our table topping piece. That's the top for our table. So we may not even cut that damn thing down. Just leave it exactly the way it is. I think that'll work just fine. I'm gonna let that cool down for a minute. Then I'll sit it on the floor and I'll weld the bottom. Once I weld the bottom, clean it up a little bit, throw some paint on it, and I'll be back with you. All right, so here it is. This is not quote unquote finished because we're gonna use the tubing bender and I'm gonna make 4 tubes that are a 90-degree bend that will bolt to the table. They'll raise up and they'll bolt to the bender to lift it up off of the table about 6 inches, which will give us some room underneath it to store dies and stuff like that. And we'll eventually throw up another piece of something there down in the bottom. I've got some other wood in my trailer I'll go grab. We'll throw that on there. But I think this will work great. The big casters roll real well. Easy enough to say, right? And I dropped the air hose through this piece here because I think I'm actually going to order a foot pedal for it, to where then we can just hang it when it's not being used. But no, dig it. Super happy with it. Hopefully it turns out okay once we get to using it. This front piece here is another reason why I'm raising it up a little bit, is to where if you're doing like an S-bend or something and it needs to go down below here, getting it up another 6 inches will give it a little more room. So we'll see how it goes, but I think it turned out well, and I think I got lucky with the red legs because it matches well with the bender. So more to come. Okay, here it is. She's complete. Only thing I have left to do is I'm gonna put another piece of tabletop down there in the bottom. But I think this is gonna work out really good. Got place underneath it to store stuff. The little bar there on the back just to hold the dies right now. I don't have an intention of buying a lot more dies, but maybe 1 or 2. So that may work. Worst case scenario, we'll throw another bar through the front. But overall, super happy with how it turned out. And I wanted it high enough up off the floor to where I didn't have to, struggle, be on my knees, anything else like that. And with this setup here, it's basically waist to chest height for everything you're doing, so you're not bending down. And I think it works great, especially for a computer desktop that I found in the garbage can, and a few pieces of angle iron and a caster setup. So no, awesome, super happy with it. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you have a great week. Remember, if you like what you see, come back next week. We are going to get back on the chopper next week, I promise. I've got a lot of stuff done to it already. I'm about to break it down this evening and start doing the paint on the frame. I just wanted to finish up this table while I had it all the pieces and parts here taking up space in the garage. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you have a great week. Hope this got your Monday started well. See you next week. Mondays with Mike. Every week, 0700. Have a good one, guys.